Welcome all to the second part of my World of Warcraft Hidden Appearance and Transmog guide. In this video I will cover hidden weapon and armor transmog throughout the game of World of Warcraft. Remember, if you're looking for the hidden class artifact weapons, I have a separate guide series separated by class for those right here and in the link in the description below this video. If you want me to go into depth to one of these appearances, let me know in the comment section below or on any of my streams. As for the legendary weapons of WoW, I will cover those in a separate video series. This part will cover more class-specific hidden appearances, so let's continue, shall we? Waste of Time is a secret cosmetic build added in the Battle for Azeroth expansion along with the secret pet Baal, Jennifer and the Hivemind mount. And exactly like the others, obtaining the appearance requires you to solve a series of puzzles. Not only that, but to start the puzzle to get the belt, you actually need to get the battle pet Baal first, as he's necessary to help you locate the hidden items for the puzzle. Once you get Baal to join your course, summon him to begin the hunt for Waste of Time. Bear in mind that only the character which obtained Baal can continue the puzzle and obtain the Waste of Time as well. The puzzle is simple, but tedious, and in some players' opinion, indeed a waste of time. I've put a link to a guide to the Waste of Time puzzle in the description below this video. Blackened Defier's armor is a hidden appearance only for rogues. To obtain this transmog set, you must bring your rogue to the Dead Mines dungeon to complete a secret quest called Dead Mines Seeing Red. This quest, in essence, requires you to obtain 100 bloodied Defier's bandana in the dungeon on normal difficulty. And to trigger said quest, you must be an outlaw spec and have a green wing macaw pet in your inventory. This battle pet can drop in the dungeon, or you can buy it from the auction house. I recommend you bring a high level character for the quest, especially if you're not used to playing in outlaw spec. Once you turn in the quest, you'll be rewarded with the ensemble Blackened Defier's armor, which upon use will add the transmog to your appearance journal. A full guide to the appearance is linked in the description below. Another hidden appearance exclusive to rogues is the Artful Dodging set, consisting of 6 pieces which you must collect and purchase from different NPCs in the Rogue class hall in Dalaran. The Mask of Artful Dodging, the Shoulder of Artful Dodging, the Vest of Artful Dodging, the Gloves of Artful Dodging, the Boots of Artful Dodging, and the Artful Breeches. The shoulders, vest and gloves of Artful Dodging can all be purchased from Jenry, an NPC in the Rogue class hall in the Broken Isles. This means that you must have embarked on your class hall campaign and given access to Jenry and her wares. The mask and boots of Artful Dodging appear in the Uncrowned Vault, which you will be given access to as you choose it as an Order Hall talent from this NPC. From this vault, your rogue character can choose a cache from it each time you find a Marin Noggenfogger's lucky coin. The coins are obtainable from the class hall mission table or from pickpocketing. Each cache has a chance to contain the mask and the boots of Artful Dodging, so a bit of luck is required here. And finally, the Artful Breeches are not in the game. This is the weirdest thing, but the legs just seems to never have been added. If anyone has information about these lost trousers, please let the world know. As an alternative to the Artful Breeches, however, if you'd like to complete the set, the Bloodfang pants, which is part of the Bloodfang set, fits as well as one could ask for. Dark Ranger's hood is a hidden transmog appearance only for hunters. This secret brings us to the True Shot Lodge, the Hunter class hall in the Broken Isles. The secret quest line is short and fairly simple, and only requires you to be level 45, start your Hunter class hall campaign and choose a zone to aid. To begin, speak with the NPC Death Hunter Morgoth, who is to be found in the lodge. From there, the questline is simple, and you only need to follow the dialogue and the requests of Morgoth and Dark Ranger Velonara. At the end, Velonara will offer you the quest Dark Memento and hand you a spare hood. Upon bringing the hood to Morgoth, you will be able to purchase a Dark Ranger's hood from him. Alaina's Bonnet is a hidden head transmog available to all classes. Obtaining this transmog is refreshingly simple. All you need is an Alliance character which has not yet completed the Battle for the Broken Shore scenario, which is the intro questline for the Legion Zone, the Broken Isles. Should you have arrived in Dalaran after accidentally skipping the quest, you can talk to Archivist Elysiana in Dalaran at the coordinates 30.2, 50.6 and ask to retake the quest. Once you have begun the scenario, reach stage 6 and head to the coordinates 4242 on the shore. Here you will find an altar with a pile of ashes of a fallen crusader. Upon looting this ash, you get the item Charred Locket. Leave it in your bags and complete the Broken Shore scenario. After turning in the quest for completion, go to Elwyn Forest and the East Vale Locking Camp, which can be found at the coordinates 85.67. On the second floor, find and talk to the NPC Alaina Hearthsong. Once you've given her the locket and gone through the dialogue, leave the house and the zone. Then come back again. Once you do, you will find a chest in the bedroom upstairs of the house. Once you loot it, you will be granted the Alaina's Bonnet item. Although you can only complete this hidden quest on an Alliance character, both Alliance and Horde can use the transmog. Next on this list is a Shaman-only appearance set called the Korkron Dark Shaman Armor. The armor set can be obtained from the Korkron Shaman's treasures, which drop from Earthseeker Harem and Wavebinder Cadres in the Siege of Orgrimmar raid on normal, heroic and mythic difficulty. The drop is exclusive to shamans and cannot be bonus rolled. The set consists of 8 items which will drop individually. The armor pieces do also have a chance to appear on the black market auction house, so save up some coin and keep an eye on the daily offers if you want more chances at obtaining this set. The final hidden appearance on this list is called Lobstmorn. This weird-looking one-handed fist weapon will drop from Claw Lord Krillmander in the Krasarang Wilds in Pandaria. Wowhead puts the drop rate at 94.23%, which is almost 100, so chances are pretty good. To get Krillmander to appear, you must go through a few steps. First off, the Claw Lord is summoned by using an item called Clamshell Band. This band is created by fusing together 6 clamshells which drop from special elite Mukruro mobs found in the different zones of Pandaria. The items and their equivalent mobs are as follows. Akalar's clamshell, which drops from Akalar in the Jade Forest. You find Akalar around the coordinates 59.8, 95.8, basically at the edge of the Jade Forest zone map. Akalau's clamshell found on Akalau's body at the coordinates 59.2, 36.6, also in the Jade Forest. Clamstock's clamshell, which drops from Clamstock, who hangs out at the coordinates 27.0, 69.0 in the Dread Wastes. Damlak's clamshell, looted from Damlak, who's swimming around in the waters of Krasarang Wilds around the coordinates 40.88. Kishak's clamshell. Now Kishak is a bit more elusive and can be found around the bend of the land in Kunlai Summit around the coordinates 42.23 to 54.21, if that makes sense. And lastly, Otnerog's clamshell. Otnerog can be found in Taolong Steppes at the coordinates 42.6, 92.6. Once you obtain all 6 items, right-click them to combine them into the clamshell band. Once you have the item, head to Crasserang Wilds and use the item. After doing so, Claw Lord Krillmander will appear at the coordinates 12.682. I recommend you get close to those coordinates before summoning the mob, just to be sure you get the kill before anyone else who just so happens to be in the area. Upon his defeat, Krillmander will drop the Lobstermourne weapon. The final appearances on this list are more like bonus items. They are not hidden, meaning they do show up in the appearance journal and will be on the loot table, but they are so rare and famous that they deserve a spot. Tusks of Manoroth are a very rare plate item which have a 0.3% chance to drop from Garrosh Hellscream in the Siege of Orgrimmar raid on Heroic and Mythic difficulty. Just recently, a raid skip has finally been introduced to the Siege of Orgrimmar, so the item along with the Korkron Juggernaut mount can be farmed more easily. The first Satyr's Spolders. This one I have farmed a lot, with no drops yet. The appearance has a chance to drop for any leather-wearing class from Saviors in the Emerald Nightmare raid on Mythic difficulty. Wowhead puts the drop rate at a discouraging 0.27%. Ensemble Vestments of the Tide Sage is a cloth-type armor set obtained in the Shrine of the Storm dungeon only on Mythic difficulty. The appearance set is thus only available to mages, priests and warlocks. The ensemble has a pretty low drop rate, but can, according to Wowhead, drop not only from Lord Stormsong, but also from Galecaller Fae and Brother Ironhall. Pauldrons of Sakol are a set of plate shoulders which have a chance to drop from Sakol in the Eternal Palace raid on both Mythic and Heroic difficulty. The drop rate is quite low at 0.2% chance, but the item can be bonus rolled. And that's the end of part 2 of my hidden appearance and transmog guide. Thank you for the insane support on these videos. You guys have blown me away with the views and comments. It truly encourages me to keep making these guides. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to get notified about my new releases. If you have questions or any transmog you want me to cover in future videos, let me know in the comment section or on any of my live streams here on YouTube. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.